One Op 4 remaining.
Alright, welcome back guys. So in the last video we started our player move script. We did the movement for our left and right, as well as doing the flipping the character depending on which direction he's moving, so the animations are going the correct direction. Let's jump back into it. So if we open up our player move, still using Visual Studio Code here, let's set up our animation so the correct animation actually plays. So to do that, I'm going to set up a couple of the new variables. So I'm going to start off by doing an integer, and I'm going to call this integer our current state. And I'm going to set its default value to idle. Alright, now this doesn't exist anywhere yet, so let's create a couple of integers. Instead of being variable integers though, we're going to create constant integers, and we're going to do 1 for each of our states. Alright, so I'll start off by using a constant integer for our idle, which will be our 0 animation. We'll do 1 for walk, which should be 1. We'll do 1 for jump, which is our 2. For crouch, which should be our 3. And then 1 for our Hadouken, which is our 4. These are our animation states, and the values used in the animator controller. Alright, so they're the values and the conditions that change the states between each one. Alright, so now we've got that, we need something to actually control this. So let's go down into our functions. We're going to go above the void change direction, and we're going to create a new void, and this one we're going to call change state. It's going to be using an integer, and that integer's value is our state. So once again we'll use an if, and it will be our if our current animations state is equal to our state variable, will return. So it won't do anything. However, if it is not, we're going to switch the states. So we're going to need cases. We're going to need a case for each of our constant vintages. So we'll have a case for idle, a case for walk, we'll run a case for jump, a case for crouch, and a case for Hadouken. So in each of these cases, what we're going to be doing is we're going to change the animator, so our manim, and we'll be setting the integer of our state variable in integer, and we're simply going to be setting it to our constants. Alright, every time we do that we will break to the end. So I'm going to copy these two lines and paste them for each case. And the only thing I'm going to be changing is the idle. So idle will become walk, jump, crouch, and Hadouken. So now that we've got this, at the end we're just going to set our current state to the state. Now that we've got this, we can actually use this to control our character. So first one we're going to do is our two walkings. So underneath our animation, we're just going to change the state, and this will be walk. And I'll copy this line and put the same one underneath our right movement. And then at the end of our right movement, we're going to put in an else clause, and we're going to simply say that if a key is not being pressed, that we're going to change the state, and we're going to set it to our idle value. So if we save that and jump into our game, I forgot my semicolon. Now if we jump into our game and press play, we should find that when the character is in a default no keys pressed, he's idling. If we press A, yep, the animation changes. If we press D, he should flip directions and the animation should flip as well. Great. Alright, so now we've got that done. In our next video, we will put in the last animations we have, so our jump, our crouch, and our Hadouken. And then we will finish off our scripting doing a ground check with our colliders that we put in. See you there, guys.